Decisions. Decisions take you places. And I believe God always give you two options. Always. Like whenever and however you are in your life, you always have two options. And that's how you take charge of your own destiny. And so much of the suffering is invented. And trust me, it serves no purpose. We always have one decision which we take and our life changes for good. We are always one decision away from a beautiful life. But what is your definition of beautiful life? Actually, your happiness depends on that. Ideally, it is right. That actually dictates your actions and take care of your mental health as well. For some people, becoming a CEO or maybe a CFO in a very nice multinational company is very, very important to serve their career goals or sometimes their ego goals. I'm sorry if it hurts anyone, but yeah. For some people, starting a family and just living with their loved ones serve the purpose. As I said earlier, it is a decision you take for yourself, for your happiness. So, coming back to me, I was using social media apps since my teenage times. But yes, I was always on and off, not posting much, not sharing my life, just giving some few glimpses of, like, I guess we all like to do that, and we all are like that. But deep down, I always wanted a very ordinary life. But then, few things happened in my teenage life that ruined this plan. The plan of perfect life. And the perfect life was getting married at this time, settling with her, having a perfect initially boyfriend and then having a nice husband. But life has different plans. And somehow the things or the events which happened that took charge, and I guess that those events took charge because I didn't took a stand for myself. And then something kept happening which teared my confidence layer by layer. I remember walking in school, keeping my head down, and there was this girl. She was also a house captain of another house. I was a house captain of the orange house, and she always asked me, why you walk keeping your head down? Have some confidence. Just put your chin up and walk. But no, there was so insecurity. There were so many insecurities, and there were so much which was going in my head at that age was really, really bad, and that actually screwed up my mental health. And somehow ordinary life, which I always planned for, became a very blurred image, or I shall say a blurred destination. Then finally I took charge of my life, and I closed all the windows and focused on myself. That helped a bit. I had a life with no judgments from outside, no one speaking shit about me. But slowly and steadily, I realized that those judgments which were coming from outside, now those judgments are coming from inside. Inside means inside the house, whose windows I just closed. And dealing with those judgments and those insecurities were you cannot ignore that. It is very much difficult to ignore those kind of judgments. Slowly and steadily, I realized closing all windows will not heal me. And healing is a process which you do for years. But somehow, I realized that closing all windows will not serve the purpose, but Spreading my wings will. Coming to Canada, coming to it, like just fast forwarding the life and coming to Canada, moving here with having no support actually changed me. Though I was pretty financially independent earlier as well, when I was living in Delhi, working in a nice office. Like my office was on the top of DLF Square. It was a nice view, but yeah, having a car, having a good paying job and a decent lifestyle makes you financially independent, but there is a word, or there is a dependency, which is emotional dependency. And I was very much emotional dependent on my parents and the loved ones who were in my life at that time. I was so emotionally dependent on them that I could not even imagine my life without them. Soon, this emotional dependency misled people, and that actually made me look like an emotional fool. And I agree to that fact. I was one. Moving abroad changed me in multiple ways. I knew when I came here, I knew I cannot go back so frequent like I used to go from Delhi to Haridwar. Haridwar is my hometown. I came with $1,000 in my pocket, 2 suitcases to build a life I truly cherish now. Fast forwarding to 2 years later, today, I am living my ordinary life, a simple life I imagined as a teenager, and I love it. Social media has some beautiful power unless it triggers your anxiety. And trust me, when I say it triggers your anxiety, it really do triggers that. There were many self-worth issues which I faced in my early 20s because of those incidents happened in my teenage life. And starting my any social media page or channel, I was thinking to start my YouTube channel back in 2016 when I was, I guess, 24 or I guess. But I never got so much confidence to think, yes, I can do that, or even I can try that. But then in 2020, I started my own page on Instagram, my own Instagram handle, The Traveling Yogi, which was earlier named as that crazy woman. That actually made me a confident person. I realized that I had so much in my mind and which I can just write and show that to other people. And yeah, social media has its pros and cons. To build a life as you want with minimal insecurities and lots of confidence takes lots and lots of guts. You have to say no to people. You have to say, I'm sorry for not attending few things or not actually investing your emotions to some things, and to saying that I want to love myself first because it adds fuel to my life and everything around me. Having said that you have to love yourself first doesn't mean you have to take yourself to the salon and get yourself a manicure or pedicure. You can say this is a part of self-care, or yes, you can enjoy or you can treat yourself, you have to give yourself a nice time, but this is not what I meant when I say love yourself first. Loving yourself first means whenever any kind of negativity is coming your way, you have to say no to it. At that moment, you have to close the windows, not when you want to spread your wings. So, this was Mohita signing off for today. Thank you for listening. Bye.